Hey! Oh, my hair is looking a little crazy today. That's what happens when you have a lot of hair. So, it's almost Christmas. I think it's like the 15th today, maybe the 16th. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is it's Monday and I go to work tonight. But I wanted to show you some of the products or projects that I am making for Christmas gifts. So I love to crochet. I love to make things by hand. And I have my whole life. My great-grandmother, my great-grandmother lived to be 99. They thought she was 100, but she was 99. It was only 99. She died at 99. And she was the seamstress of the family. Her name was Big Mama. And she was the matriarch of our family. And when I was growing up, she used to make a lot of our clothes. I've got some I wish I had some of the clothes still. But she made some of the cutest freaking outfits for us, for like Easter and our birthdays, Christmas, things like that. And she did them all by hand. In fact, my brother had the sewing machine until someone stole it, that she used to sew her things on. So she taught me how to crochet at a very young age, and I absolutely love it. And I just do your basic stitch. And so I decided that for Christmas this year, I was going to make gifts for my girls. I've got 2 granddaughters and my daughter, of course, and I'm going to make scarves for them. So this is the scarf that I'm making for my daughter, and it's just a basic, it's just a repeat pattern, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, it's still got a lot of work. I'm going to put some tassels at the bottom when it's done, but I absolutely love these colors. Love, love, love these colors. And let's see, it's called Peaches and Cream, stripedy, I'm not sure, but beautiful color. I love the colors that was here, and it looks absolutely gorgeous on the scarf. So that's my daughter's. Now my granddaughter, the youngest granddaughter, I'm going to be using this color and making the same type of scarf as well with the same stitch. And that one I've been working on. It's a little bit harder because it's really thin yarn. This one had the bottom popping out, but very thin yarn, and this needle is very small. So it's a little bit harder to work on. You have to be a little bit more careful when you're going through the stitches, probably just because I have to wear glasses. So it's a little bit harder. Now this is the first scarf that I made. This was a different type of stitch that I used on this one, and I put this cute little bottom on it. Isn't that cute? And then I decided I wanted to make some little flowers, and I made these cute little flowers at the bottom. And my daughter actually, I went and spent the day with my daughter yesterday because we were both off work. So she came and picked me up, and we went over to her house. And then when we came back home, isn't this cute? It was so cute. When we came back home, she saw this when she came to drop me off at home. My granddaughter saw it first, and she's like, "Oh, that's so cute." Now, when I went to work and I showed somebody this scarf, she asked me who it was for, and I said, my granddaughter. And she goes, "You might want to try, maybe something with a little more color." So I was like, then I started feeling like, oh, you're right, maybe I need something with color. That's when I chose the other one. But when my daughter saw this, she absolutely fell in love with it. So I told her, go ahead and take it home. I love these little flowers. And I made these little flowers myself. I was like, I can do that. I tried following a pattern that I saw online, and yeah, I couldn't figure out the pattern. So I mean, I'm not the best at isn't this cute? I like it. I'm not the best at following the patterns of stitches that I don't really know. It's hard for me to, without seeing it, it's hard for me to comprehend it. Um, and I think it's just because that's my learning process. And sometimes learning new stuff takes a little bit longer for me. But she absolutely loved this. And it was a very easy pattern as well. It's just your regular stitch. I made it a little bit longer, a little bit, not longer, but wider than my ones that I'm making now. But I love it. I think it's cute. And it's very warm. It's very cushiony. And it's your regular yarn. Now this is the one that I started for my oldest granddaughter this morning. But look at these colors. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love these colors. And I bought this whole, look at this big ass thing. I mean, it's big. And I saw that as I was walking down the aisle to go to pick up more of these, because I was expecting something like this, and I got this. So it's going to take a lot more of these to make a scarf than it would this. This is probably going to be all I'm going to need for this scarf. But I saw these colors and I'm like, oh, my 15-year-old granddaughter will absolutely love this. And it's that cushy stuff too. It's like this yarn here. So yeah, if you don't have any idea what you're going to get somebody for Christmas, make them something. I tell my grandkids that every year. You know, don't go to the store and buy me something. Make me something, because then when I see it and I look at it, I know that you were thinking of me while you were making it. Because that's all I keep thinking every time I start. I do this is, she's going to love this. She is absolutely going to love this. And I can't wait to see it myself, because I'm going to put the long tassels here at the end. And I think that's just going to be so beautiful. I really do. I love these colors. And I love these colors too. On my other one here, absolutely love the colors. So Christmas is about family and showing people that you love them, you know? And I think that making things by hand and putting that thought process into it is definitely something that has gone out the window. And people don't think about that anymore. All they think about is, how many toys can I buy my kid so he can go to school and tell all his friends, oh, I got 20 gifts. No. My grandkids, I was happy growing up to get one gift. And like I've said before, I am one of 6 kids. I am number 5 out of 6 kids. And a lot of things were hand-me-downs from the older brothers and sisters. And Christmas time, I knew first day of school, my birthday, and Christmas. Those were the 3 holidays, basically, that I looked forward to, because I knew on my birthday I was going to get my favorite cake, which was the coconut German chocolate, I think is what it's called. Maybe? I don't eat it anymore, so I don't remember what it's called. But that was my favorite cake, and my mom got it for me every year. So I knew I was going to look forward to that. I didn't care about Christmas or birthday presents. I just wanted my cake, because, being poor, growing up with very little, that's the one thing that I looked forward to on my birthday, was getting that cake. And then the first day of school, I always look forward to that, because, again, growing up poor, you never really had a lot of clothes or shoes, unless they were hand-me-downs. And like I said, I was number 5 out of 6. And so the school, you always got at least 2 new pairs of clothes, an outfit, and then a new pair of shoes, new pair of socks, new pair of underwear. You always got new stuff. And that was the one time of year that I knew I was going to get something new, was first day of school. And that was the best time, because then I got to wear my new clothes to school, which was nice. And then Christmas. And Christmas, we didn't get a lot of gifts. We were lucky to get a gift, because again, we were very poor growing up. There was 6 of us, and my mom didn't work. My mom stayed home with us while my mother and father were married, and my dad worked. And sometimes he didn't like to work, so he would stay home too. But it's nice to do things by hand. And this $7.99 for this whole big thing of yarn. These ones here that I bought, these little ones, $1.97 a piece. And although I can't make one scarf out of this, it's going to take at least 3, maybe 4 scarves to make a full scarf. That's still 2, 4, 6, 8. That's $7.99, the same price I paid for this. So, but you're putting thought into it, which is nice. So before you go buying a shit ton of gifts, think about what you could make for somebody. Some of my best gifts that I have from my grandkids and from my daughter are handmade, and they know that that's what I like. I like something that you're going to put thought into. How much thought does it take for you to walk into a store and say, I want those cars, I want that doll, give me a Barbie. And then, within 6 months, all that's gone, because they've either lost pieces, broken the toys, or just don't care about them anymore. Where a scarf is something that they're going to wear every summer or every winter. They're going to put away, of course, for the summer, unless that's an in thing to do, is to wear it during the summer. But, they're going to think about it, think about you every time they wear it. So I love making things. I'm going to try to make a hat for a friend of mine that's got like these little scallops, ridges. I don't know what they're called, but I'm going to attempt to make a hat like that after I finish these. I told her I would try. I've never made a hat before. I've never made a scarf before. This is the first scarf I've ever made, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I like these colors. My daughter's favorite color is green, so that's why I chose this green. Yeah, before you go off running and buying yourself something, I have a lot of time at work, because I work in an office where I'm just answering phones, and sometimes the phones don't ring for a couple of hours or an hour or so. So I have a lot of free time, and instead of just flipping around on my phone, I can make things. And that's what I've been doing. Well, today I'm doing it here at home, because I work graveyard tonight, so I'm not going to be going back to bed until 2 o'clock. So I've got 3 or 4 or 5 hours that I can sit, and I could probably have this finished within that time, which is nice because it's such an easy stitch. I'm thinking I'm going to make probably some kind of tutorial with the how to make one. When I'm finished, I have to concentrate on finishing these first before I think of anything else. But I'm thinking about making a tutorial. So if you're interested, stick around. Thank you for coming and seeing me today. And I hope you have a fantastic day. And if I don't see you before Christmas, I hope you have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. And I hope you get everything that you want. But thank you again for stopping by. Remember to like and share, and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you again. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you soon. Peace.